just continue to the last topic, that is capacitors and capacitance only. So we need to discuss a few more things now. So in previous class we discussed about a parallel plate capacitor. Now, so we need to discuss about a spherical capacitor. We need to discuss about a spherical capacitor. Now, so here for spherical capacitor, two surfaces are there, inner surface of radius A, outer surface of radius B are there. So here for a spherical surface, spherical conductor or capacitor, two surfaces are there. One is of radius A, other one is of radius B. Now inner radius is how much? A is the inner radius. Outer radius is how much? B is the outer radius. And one more thing is, so outer one is earthed here. Outer one is, outer sphere is earthed. Outer sphere is earthed here. In first case, outer sphere is earthed. Now we need to calculate capacitance of this one. Now we need to calculate capacitance of this one. Now to calculate capacitance, what is the basic procedure? First we need to calculate potential. So now for that one, potential can be written as, potential for that one is, so outside minus inside or inside minus outside. So for which one potential is more, inside sphere or outside sphere? General formula for potential, potential formula is A into Q by R, K Q by R. So K is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. K is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R. So that is the basic formula for potential. Now for this sphere, so for inner one, potential is more compared to the outer one. So net potential can be written as inner potential minus potential due to inner sphere minus potential due to outer sphere. So this is the potential of this combination. For this combination, what is the value of potential? V equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into A minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into B. Now we got potential. From this one, can you calculate capacitance? What is the basic relation between potential and capacitance? What is the basic relation between potential and capacitance? What is the relation between potential and capacitance? Q equal to C into V. Na? Q equal to C into V. Use this one and solve for capacitance. Substitute that potential here. Then Q equal to, what is the value of V? Just take common as Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Just I am taking Q by 4 pi epsilon naught as common. Then you will get 1 by A minus 1 by B. Just I am taking Q by 4 pi epsilon naught as common. Now cancel similar terms. Q get cancelled out na. Then C, you will get C as 4 pi epsilon naught into AB by A minus B or B minus A. AB by B minus A. AB by B minus A. So this is the value of capacitance. Like this we need to solve. Just substitute this potential value in basic equation. Just to substitute potential value in basic equation. How you are going to solve this one? Let me explain that one once again. How you are going to solve this one? What is the basic relation between capacitance and potential? Is Q equal to CV. Substitute this V value there. Then Q equal to C into, what is the common factor in this one? What is the common factor in this one? Q by 4 pi epsilon naught is the common. Take Q by 4 pi epsilon naught as common. What is the remaining? 1 by A minus 1 by B. So cancel similar terms. Then Q get cancelled out. Then here 1 is there. This side C by 4 pi epsilon naught is there. Now what is the LCM for that? LCM is AB, B minus A. Now rearrange this one for C. Rearrange this equation for capacitance C. So C equal to 4 pi epsilon naught into AB by B minus A. AB by B minus A. So this is the capacitance of that spherical capacitor when outer sphere is erected. When outer sphere is erected. So this is the formula. This is the formula for a capacitance of a capacitor when outer sphere is erected. We already discussed other formula for capacitance of a sphere, that is 4 pi epsilon naught into R. When we need to use this one, when we need to use this one, if two different radii is given, use this one. If only one radius is given, then use this one. Is this clear? Next, if a dielectric is placed between these two spheres, then what happens to the formula, capacitance formula? Just multiply this one with K. If a dielectric is placed between the spheres, then new capacitance is 4 pi epsilon naught into K into AB by B minus A. Just multiply the above equation with K, then you will get this answer. Just go through this one once. So what is the potential formula? Potential formula is potential due to inner sphere minus potential due to outer sphere. Now use that potential and solve for capacitance. What is the relation between potential and capacitance? Q equal to CV. In this equation, substitute V value and solve for C. Then you will get C as a 4 pi epsilon naught AB by B minus A. Next. So if dielectric is placed between these two spheres, then new capacitance can be written as 4 pi epsilon naught into K into AB by B minus A. Is this clear? Can I go through the next one? Next, if inner sphere is erected, same case, but if inner sphere is erected, then if inner sphere is erected, then so there is a induced charge is there. Induced charge value is how much it is? B by minus A by B into Q. That is the induced charge. And calculate potential difference for this one. Then you will get capacitance like this. Procedure is same as previous one. If inner sphere is erected, then the capacitance formula is 4 pi epsilon naught into B square by B minus A. So procedure is same as previous one. So originally it is not a capacitor, but it stores some energy, so that we are taking it as a capacitor. What is the formula for this one? If inner sphere is erected, formula is 4 pi epsilon naught into B square by B minus A. Next one, cylindrical capacitor. Next one, cylindrical capacitor. What is the capacitance of a cylindrical capacitor? Here cylindrical capacitor is there. So inner cylinder and outer cylinder also there for this one. For this one, how many cylinders are there? Cylindrical capacitor means so there will be inner cylinder as well as outer cylinder also there. So this arrangement is called cylindrical capacitor. Now for this one, assume that length of the cylinder is L. L is the length of the cylinder. Next, A is inner radius. What is A there? A is inner radius and B is outer radius. A is inner radius and B is outer radius of the sphere of the cylinder. So here what are the variables? L is the length of the cylinder. A is inner radius. B is outer radius. Now what is the capacitance formula for this? Capacitance of this type of capacitor is 2 pi epsilon naught into L by log E in log B by A base E. Log B by A base E. This is the formula for capacitance of cylindrical capacitor. 2 pi epsilon naught into L by log B by A. Next one. Next one. So grouping of capacitors. Next one is a grouping of capacitors. So that means here how many different grouping of capacitors are there? Series and parallel combination. So how many grouping are there? Different grouping are there. One is series, other one is a parallel combination. What is meant by series combination? What is meant by series combination? How we need to connect that series combination? How you are going to connect a series combination? So series combination means if a capacitors are connected like this, then this is comes under a series combination. Here, if capacitors are connected like this to external potential or a battery, then that is called a series combination. Now, in series combination, which one is constant? In current electricity, also we discussed that one. In series combination, their current is constant. Here, charge is constant. In current electricity, current is constant in a series combination, but here which one is constant? Here charge is constant. Here charge is constant in a series combination. Charge is constant. If charge is constant, then what about potential difference? If charge is constant, then what about the potential difference? Potential is going to divide. So this is the main concept. In series combination, which one is constant? Which one is constant? Charge is constant. Next, which one is going to divide? Potential is going to divide. So here in series combination, charge is constant, and second important point, potential is going to divide. Now, so potential, this potential is going to divide, so that potential across first capacitor is let it be V1. Potential across second capacitor is let it be V2. Potential across third capacitor is V3. What is V1? V1 is the potential across first capacitor. V1 is the potential across first capacitor. V2 is the potential across second capacitor. V3 is the potential across third capacitor. Now, what about charge? Charge is same for all the capacitors. Charge is same for all the capacitors. Now for this plate positive, for this plate negative. Similarly, this one positive, this one negative, this one positive, this one negative. So this is this charge is independent on capacitance. That is not depends on capacitance. In series connection, so that is charge is a constant. If the capacitors are connected in series, then which one is constant? Charge is constant and potential is going to divide. Now, so what is the total potential? Total potential can be written as sum of the individuals. In this case, total potential can be written as sum of the individuals. That means total potential V can be written as V1 plus V2 plus V3. What is the value of total potential? Total potential can be written as sum of the individuals, that is nothing but V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Next, what about capacitance? Equivalent capacitance. So in series connection, equivalent capacitance is given by this formula, that is 1 by C equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus and so on 1 by Cn. So how you are going to solve that one? Equivalent capacitance. How you are going to solve that one? So potential is going to divide. So V1 equal to V2 equal to V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 na. V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now from basic relation between capacitance and charge, Q equal to CV, can you write V from this equation? From this equation, can you write V value? That is Q by C na? Q by C. Here Q by C1. Here Q by C2. Here Q by C3. Just take Q as common and cancel, then you will get 1 by C equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So this is the basic derivation for equivalent capacitance. So equivalent capacitance formula in series connection is 1 by C equivalent equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus and so on 1 by C3 if 3 capacitors are there. Now if n number of capacitors are there, then 1 by C equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3 and so on 1 by Cn. That is the equivalent capacitance in series combination. So this is the total voltage. Is this clear? Can I go through the next one? Check it once. In series combination, charge is constant and potential is going to divide. So total potential is sum of the individuals. We can write V as a V1 plus V2 plus V3. Next. So solve for equivalent capacitance. Use the same equation V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Then substitute V value. V is nothing but Q by C. Here Q by C1, here Q by C2, here Q by C3. Cancel Q on both sides, then you will get 1 by C as 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. This is also nothing but equivalent capacitance in a series combination. Next one. Next point. So what about basic property in series combination? So in series combination, potential difference and energy relation between potential difference, capacitance and energy and capacitance. What is the basic relation between potential difference and capacitance? Inversely proportional. Similarly, energy and capacitance also inversely proportional. Energy and capacitance also inversely proportional. So how you are going to conclude this one from basic equations only? What is the basic relation between potential and charge? Q equal to C into V. Q equal to C into V. Now from this one, V equal to Q by C. So we can conclude that potential is inversely proportional to C. Is this clear? Next one, just assume that two capacitors are there, they are connected in a series. What is the equivalent capacitance? For two capacitors, equivalent capacitance can be written as C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. How I am writing this one? From basic equation 1 by C equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. Take LCM. LCM is how much? C1 C2. This is a C1 plus C2. This is 1 by C. Or from this one, we can solve like this. 1 by C equal to C1 plus C2 by C1 C2. Then we can write this one as C equal to C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. So if two capacitors are connected, then directly we can use this equation. C equivalent in series combination is C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. Now, what about potential difference across each capacitor? Potential difference across each capacitor is given by these two equations. Potential difference across first capacitor. How you are going to solve this one? Potential difference across first capacitor, let it be V1. What is the formula for V? From basic equation Q equal to CV. That is Q by C1. Q by C1. Just substitute Q value. Then you will get this one. Total charge value, then you will get this one. Similarly, V2 equal to Q by C2. Substitute Q value here also. How you get that Q value? Q value. So Q value allows Q value allows total charge. So this equation, total charge can be written as equivalent capacitance C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. This is the equivalent capacitance into potential. That is the value of Q. Substitute that Q here, then you will get this answer. Substitute that Q value here, then you will get this answer. Only one formula is there, that is Q equal to CV. In series combination, C can be written as C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. So V is same as V. Just substitute that Q value in this equation, then you will get a V1 equation. Substitute that Q value here, then you will get a V2 equation. Is this clear? This is for two capacitors. Next one. Next one. If n number of capacitors are connected in series, then what is the equivalent? If n number of capacitors are connected in series, then what is the equivalent capacitance? Equivalent capacitance can be written as C by N. If n number of capacitors are connected in series, then equivalent capacitance can be written as C by N. For example, so 5 capacitors, each of capacitance 10 microfarad are connected in series. What is the equivalent capacitance? Equivalent capacitance can be written as C by N. What is the value of C? 10. How many number are there? 5. 10 by 5. This is equal to 2 microfarad is the answer. So assume that 5 number of equal capacitors, each of capacitance 10 microfarad are there. They are connected in series. What is the equivalent? Then use this formula. So C equivalent equal to C by N. What is the value of C? 10 microfarad, that is 10. Well, how many number are there? 5. So 10 by 5, 2 microfarad is the answer. So if n number of capacitors are connected in series, then equivalent capacitance is how much? C by N. Next, what about potential difference? If n number of capacitors are connected in series, then potential difference across each one is also V by N. Potential difference across each one is also V by N. Next concept. So last one in this series connection. Now assume that n number of plates are connected in series. Then what is the equivalent capacitance? So this is the diagram. Here how many plates are there? N number of plates are placed side by side. Then what is the equivalent capacitance for this one? So each of area A and separation between either of the two plates is D. Separation is how much? D only the separation. Area is A. So here n number of capacitors are placed. Plates are placed side by side like this. Like this we placed. Now what is the capacitance of this one? Capacitance of this one is how much? Here n number of plates are placed side by side as shown in the diagram. Now we need to take this one as a series connection. We need to take this one as a series connection. So here n number of plates are there. So for example, just I am taking 4 plates. 4. Separation is how much? D. For this one, D. For this one, D. Now, how many capacitors are formed there? Okay, we need to take this one as a series connection. Now, check this diagram. How many capacitors are there? First capacitor. These 2 plates. Due to these 2 plates, we need to take that one as second capacitor. For these 2 plates, third capacitor. How many plates are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 plates are there. 4 plates are there. But how many capacitors we got? Only 3 capacitors we got. So if 4 plates are there, we are getting 3 capacitors. Similarly, for n number of plates, we will get n minus 1 capacitors. For n number of capacitor plates, how many capacitors you will get? N minus 1 capacitors. If n number of plates are placed side by side, how many capacitors you will get? N minus 1 capacitors. N minus 1 capacitors. Now, what is the conclusion for this one? How many capacitors are there? N minus 1 capacitors are there. Each having capacitance epsilon naught A by D. So, what is the C equivalent? C equivalent equal to C by N minus 1. In series connection, equal capacitors are connected in series. What is the formula? C by N. Here N minus 1 capacitors are there, so that C by N minus 1. Here N minus 1 capacitors are there, so that C by N minus 1. Now what is the value of C? Capacitance of each capacitor is epsilon naught A by D into n minus 1. This is equivalent capacitance if n number of plates are placed side by side, not capacitors. N number of plates are placed side by side, then this is the formula for equivalent capacitance. Is this clear? If plates are placed side by side like this, then we need to apply this concept. Is this clear? Can I go through the next one? Next combination. Next combination, parallel combination. Next one, parallel combination of the capacitors. Now, so parallel combination means which one is constant? Which quantity is constant? Which quantity is constant in parallel combination? Potential difference or charge? Parallel combination means potential should be constant. Parallel combination means potential should be constant. So here potential is constant, so that which one is going to divide? Only three quantities are there in our formula. That is Q equal to CV. Q equal to CV. In this one, C we need to calculate. If potential is constant, then what is the variable? Charge is variable. If charge is constant, then potential is variable. Here in this case, which one is constant? Potential is constant. Then which one is variable? Charge is variable, or charge is going to divide. So we need to write Q equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. We need to write charge, total charge Q equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Total charge Q equal to sum of the individuals. Charge on the first capacitor, second and third. That is nothing but Q equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Next, just substitute this one in basic equation to calculate equivalent capacitance. So to calculate equivalent capacitance, what we need to do? Just what is the value of Q? Q equal to CV na? C into V, C equivalent into V. Then Q1, C1 into V1, C1 into V, C1 into V. Next, Q2 can be written as C2 into V. Q3 can be written as C3 into V. Just cancel potential on both sides, then you will get C equivalent equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. C equivalent equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. That is the equivalent capacitance in the parallel combination. So this is the procedure. Here charge is going to divide, so that Q can be written as Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3, and potential is constant. So across any capacitor, potential is V only. So substitute this values once, then you will get C equivalent into V equal to C1V plus C2V plus C3V. Then cancel V on both sides, then you will get C equivalent equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So this is the equivalent capacitance in the case of parallel combination. Now check it once. can I go through the next one? Now, so other point in parallel combination, charge is directly proportional to capacitance and energy also directly proportional to capacitance. These are important for theoretical questions. In parallel combination, charge and capacitance are directly proportional. Why? Because Q equal to CV. Na? In parallel combination, which one is constant? V is constant. So we can conclude that charge is directly proportional to capacitance. Next, energy formula half CV square. Half CV square. Here also V is constant. So U is directly proportional to C. We can conclude like that. In series, in parallel combination, V is constant. So Q is directly proportional to C as well as U is directly proportional to C. Next one. If two capacitors are connected in parallel, then we can write equivalent capacitance as a C equal to C1 plus C2. We can write equivalent capacitance as a C equal to C1 plus C2. Now, what is the charge on each capacitor? What is the charge on each capacitor? Potential is V, na? So just substitute charge. So here charge is going to divide or charge is same? Charge is going to divide. So what is the total charge? Total charge Q equal to Q1 plus Q2. Q equal to Q1 plus Q2. Now, so from equation Q equal to CV, just substitute the values here. Q is nothing but Q1 plus Q2. C is nothing but C1 plus C2 into V. So here is the potential value. So potential V equal to Q1 plus Q2 by C1 plus C2. Now, what is the charge across first capacitor? Q equal to C into V. What is the value of C? For first capacitor, C1 into V is how much? Q1 plus Q2 by C1 plus C2. So we need to write in terms of Q only, capital Q. So C1 into Q by C1 plus C2. If we replace a Q1 plus Q2 with Q, then you will get a same equation. If you replace a Q1 plus Q2 with a Q, then you will get this equation. Similarly, solve for a second charge Q2. Q2 can be written as C2 into V. So C2 into V is how much? Q by C1 plus C2. This is the formula for a second charge Q2. So remember this one. After that, if you want to charge, just calculate like this. Don't remember this one. If you want to calculate charge on each capacitor, then proceed like this. Total charge equal to in some capacitance into potential. So total charge can be written as total capacitance or equivalent capacitance into potential. Then from that one, potential can be written as total charge by C1 plus C2. Then substitute that value here. Q1 equal to C1 into V, Q2 equal to C2 into V. Next. So if n number of capacitors are connected in parallel, equivalent capacitance is how much? Equivalent capacitance is so here same capacitors are connected in series, then C plus C plus C and so on n terms are there, so that C equivalent equal to n into C. Next, what is the charge on each capacitor? Q by n. If n number of capacitors are connected in series, then charge becomes Q by n and equivalent capacitance becomes n into C. This is valid only for equal capacitors. If n number of equal capacitors are connected in series, then C equivalent equal to n into C, and charge on each capacitor is total charge by n. Next one. So here n number of capacitors are there. For example, so capacitors are placed like this. Is a one capacitor, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. For problem solving, this is the important one. Now alternative plates are connected at one side. So for this side, just I am connecting this one, this one, this one, next this one. So alternative plates are connected at one side, like this. So there is some mismatching is there. So like this, alternative plates are connected at one side. So this is important for problem solving. Now if you connect like this, then we need to take this one as a series combination. We need to connect this one. We need to take this one as a parallel combination. If you connect like this, we need to take this one as a parallel combination. Now, so if the capacitors are connected like this, then that is a parallel combination. Or for example, here capacitor plates are like this. 4 capacitor plates are there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here, first plate is connected this side, and third plate is connected this side. So for this side, second plate and fourth plate are connected. So for this one, we need to take as a parallel. This one also parallel combination. This one also parallel combination. If the capacitors are connected like this, then we need to consider that one as a parallel combination. Is this clear? This should be a parallel. Or if it is like this also, that is also parallel combination. Now, so check this diagram once. Here, n number of capacitors are there in this diagram. So alternative plates are connected one side. Alternative plates are connected at one side. Remaining alternative plates are connected at other side. Here, alternative plates are connected at one side. Remaining alternative plates are connected at other side. Now, what is the equivalent capacitance? So here n number of plates are there. How many capacitors will be there? If you place n number of plates, here 4 plates are there. This is the first capacitor. This one forms second capacitor. This one forms third capacitor. For 4 plates, how many capacitors we got? 3 capacitor. Similarly, for n number of capacitors, you will get n minus 1 number of capacitors. For n number of capacitor plates, you will get n minus 1 capacitors. So equivalent capacitance is how much? N minus 1 into C. What is C? Epsilon naught E by D. Here, if n number of capacitor plates are connected like this, then that is going to form how many capacitors? N minus 1 capacitors. Now equivalent capacitance is n minus 1 into C. What is C there? C is the capacitance of each capacitor combination. That is nothing but epsilon naught A by D. Is this clear? So if the diagram or a connection is like this, then we need to consider this one as a parallel combination. When you are going to take that one as a series combination, so already we discussed that one. So check it once again. So if the capacitor plates are connected like this, then we need to take this one as a series combination. So if the capacitor plates are connected like this, then we need to take this one as a parallel combination. If the capacitor plates are connected like this, then we need to take this one as a parallel combination. So what about series combination? If the capacitor plates are like this, then that is series. If the capacitor plates are like this, connected like this, then that is a parallel combination. Next one. So check it once. So make so check this once again. Check this concept once. Can I go through the next one? Next topic. So this is an important topic for theoretical questions. This topic, coming topic, is important for theoretical questions. Just check this one, sir. This one is important for theoretical questions. Check it once. Here, this is a capacitor combination. This is also capacitor combination. So in first case, battery is removed and dielectric is placed. In next case, battery is connected and dielectric is placed. So here, in general, one capacitor is there. Just assume that this is a capacitor. Just I want to place one dielectric within that one. Just I want to place one dielectric within this one. Just I want to place a dielectric medium between the capacitor plates. For that one, two different cases are there. In first case, battery is removed. Without battery, just I am introducing that capacitor, introducing that dielectric. In next case, battery is connected to the capacitor and I am introducing that dielectric medium. So one capacitor arrangement is there. In first case, without a battery, I am introducing a dielectric medium. In second case, battery is connected and I am introducing a dielectric medium. So these are the two cases. First case we need to discuss. First case, battery is not there. Battery is removed. Without battery, capacitor is there. That means only a single capacitor is there. Battery not connected. Battery is not connected to this one. Just I want to introduce some dielectric. Now we need to discuss these points. What is the first one? Capacitance. Next, charge Q. Next one, potential difference V. Next, electric field E. Next, energy U. Just we need to discuss these five concepts. Now, first one, battery is removed. That means battery not connected. Only one capacitor is there of capacitance C. Just I want to introduce this dielectric of constant K. This is a dielectric of constant K. I want to introduce that one. Now, what is the new capacitance? C dash. New capacitance can be written as if dielectric is there, then the new capacitance is K times the original K into C. Assume that capacitance of this capacitor is C and K is the dielectric strength. Then, if you introduce that dielectric medium, then new capacitance, let it be C dash. How much it is? K into C. What is the conclusion from this one? If you introduce dielectric like this, then capacitance is going to increase or decrease? New capacitance is K into C. Na? K is always positive number. That is always more than 1. So, if you introduce dielectric, then capacitance is going to increase. Capacitance is going to increase in this process. Next. Next one, what about charge? What about charge? Next one, about charge. What about charge? Here, battery is not connected, na? Battery not connected. So, charge is constant. If a battery is removed, then potential is not constant. Means what is the other one? Only possibility from equation Q equal to CV. Battery not connected. So, potential not constant. So, other possibility only C should be constant. Q should be constant. So, Q dash equal to Q. This is the main point. So, if a battery not connected, then which one is constant? Charge is constant. If a battery is not connected, then which one is constant? Charge is constant. Remember this one. If a battery is not connected, in that one, in that capacitor arrangement, if you are going to introduce some dielectric, then charge is constant. Capacitance is going to increase. This should be a constant. If these two cases are clear, then we can solve the remaining three easily. So ఇవి అర్థమైతే వీటి నుంచి మూడు సాల్వ్ చేస్తాం. ఈ రెండు అర్థమైందా లేదో చూడండి ఒకసారి. ఆ రెండు అర్థమైతే మిగిలిన ఈ రెండింటి నుంచి సాల్వ్ చేస్తాం. సో ఈజ్ ద టూ కేసెస్ ఆర్ క్లియర్ ఆర్ నాట్? చెక్ ఇట్ వన్స్. ఈ రెండు అర్థమైందా లేదా? సో ఎప్పుడైనా డైఎలక్ట్రిక్ మీడియం ప్లేస్ చేసామంటే న్యూ కెపాసిటెన్స్ ఏమవుతుంది? K into C నే. K into C. Next, important point, if battery not connected, then which one is constant? If battery not connected, then which one is constant? Charge is constant. So, new charge Q dash can be written as the old charge Q only. Now, from these two, we need to finalize this one. What is the basic equation for potential? What is the basic equation for potential? What is the formula for potential? Potential formula from Q equal to CV. Potential V can be written as potential V can be written as, from that equation V can be written as V equal to Q by C na. So V dash equal to Q dash by C dash. Substitute that. V dash can be written as Q dash by C dash is equal to Q by K into C. Q by K into C. So Q by C can be written as V. That means V by K. So how much we got? V dash as a V by K. V dash as we got as a V by K. That means potential is going to decrease. Potential ఏమవుతుంది? Decrease అవుతుంది. By ఉంది కదా K. By లో ఉంది. Denominator లో ఉంది. So potential is going to decrease. So how you got this one? V dash equal to Q dash by C dash. What is the value of Q dash? Q dash value anta? Q dash equal to Q only. Q dash equal to Q only. Next, what is the value of C dash? K into C. Substitute those two. Q by K into C, that equal to V by K. Next, electric field. What is the relation between electric field and potential? What is the relation between electric field and potential? Field and potential relation. V equal to E into D, or electric field E equal to V by D. E equal to V by D. Or we can conclude that here a distance is not going to vary. So E is directly proportional to V only. E is directly proportional to V only. E is directly proportional to V. So that E dash equal to E by K. E dash equal to E by K. Because E is directly proportional to potential. So here for potential V by K we got. For potential V by K we got. Similarly for electric field E by K. Next, energy. So what is the formula for energy? Energy stored in the capacitor formula. What is the formula for energy stored in the capacitor? U equal to, what is the formula? Half CV square is the one formula, or Q square by 2C is the other formula. Q square by 2C is the other formula. Which formula we need to take? Which formula we need to take and why? Here two formulas are there. One is half CV square, other one is Q square by 2C. Which one we need to consider? Here, which one is constant here in this process? Charge or potential? In this process, which quantity is constant? Charge or potential?
Charge.
Charge is constant. So that just take equation that is in terms of charge. So take the equation Q square by 2C. So energy equation is how much? Q square by 2C. So what is the value of Q square by 2C? Now, new energy can be written as new energy U dash equal to Q dash square by 2 into C dash. What is the value of Q dash? Q only, by 2 into, what is the value of C dash? K into C. So Q square by K into 2C. Can I write like this? Then Q square by 2C is U only, na? This is U dash. So U dash equal to U by K. This is the part. Check it once. This topic is important for theoretical conclusions. This one is very important for theoretical conclusions. That means they make you like this. So, for example, a capacitor is connected to battery and a dielectric is introduced. Then what is the charge? What is the new charge? Will increase, decrease, stay same, and none of the above. Like that, they will give theoretical questions on this one. Or other example, so capacitor is not connected to battery and a dielectric is introduced. Then what is the new capacitance? New capacitance is going to increase, decrease, stay same, all the above. So based on this one, we need to finalize the answer. So is this clear, or I need to explain once again? So let me explain this one once again. So here one capacitor is there. This is of capacitance C. What is the charge on this one? Q. What is the potential across this one? V. Here initially one capacitor is there. What are the properties of that one? C is the capacitance of that one. Q is the charge on that one. V is the potential across the capacitor plates. Now the same capacitor, just I am going to introduce one dielectric between the capacitor plates. Just I am going to introduce one dielectric between these two capacitor plates. This is of a dielectric constant K. Now assume that C dash is the capacitance, next Q dash is the charge, V dash is the potential, next U dash is the energy. U dash is the energy and E dash is the electric field. Here E is the electric field, U is the energy. So assume that this is a capacitor with properties capacitance C, charge Q, potential V, electric field E, and energy stored U. Now one dielectric is introduced. Then properties becomes C dash, Q dash, V dash, U dash, and E dash. Now finalize each and every one. First one, new capacitance. What is the value of new capacitance? C dash equal to K into C only, because dielectric is introduced, so capacitance will going to increase, is going to increase. So new capacitance C dash equal to K into C. Next, new charge. Is this connected to battery? No. So that charge is constant. Q dash equal to Q only. If you know these two, then you can solve for remaining three. If you know these two, then you can solve for a remaining three easily. Next, potential. Next one, potential. New potential. New potential. So V dash. What is the formula for a relation between QVC? Q equal to CV, na? Q equal to CV. Now from that one, V equal to Q dash by C dash. Q dash by C dash. What is the value of Q dash? Q. What is the value of C dash? What is the value of C dash? K into C. So V dash equal to Q by C can be written as V. V by K. Next, new electric field. New electric field E dash equal to, this is directly proportional to potential only. Electric field is directly proportional to potential. So that new electric field also same as a potential. E by K, like potential only. Same as potential. Next, energy stored. New energy stored. So energy stored U dash equal to. So here Q is constant, so that we need to take equation in terms of Q. Q square by 2C. Q dash whole square by 2C dash. Q dash is nothing but Q only, Q square only. 2 into C dash is how much? K into C. This is equal to U by K. Is equal to U by K. So these are the equations. Now conclude whether it is increasing or decreasing. Capacitance is going to increase or decrease from this equation. K into C na multiple of some number. K is nothing but positive number. So potential is going to increase. Capacitance is going to increase here. New capacitance increases. What about charge? Q dash equal to Q we got. So charge is constant in this process. Next, what about potential? Potential is going to decrease. V by K is there, na? So potential is going to decrease. Next, what about electric field? Electric field also going to decrease. Next, what about energy? Energy also going to decrease. By K is there. For these three, by K is there. K is a positive number and that is more than 1, always more than 1 only. So that E by K is less than 1 E and U by K also less than U also. So that this is in this case we need to finalize capacitance is going to increase, charge is constant, potential is going to decrease and electric field is going to decrease. Finally energy also going to decrease. So if you introduce some dielectric without any battery, these are the conclusions. If you introduce one dielectric within a capacitor plates without a battery, then capacitance is going to increase, charge is constant, new potential is decreases, electric field decreases, as well as energy stored also decreases. Now here next case, batteries remains connected and we need to discuss about the capacitance, charge, potential, electric field and energy stored. Now assume that here is the capacitor what are the general properties of capacitors? Capacitor, capacitance C, charge Q, potential V, electric field E, energy stored is U. Now, this capacitor is connected to battery of potential difference V. Now, we are introducing some dielectric in this one. That is connected to battery. After that, we are introducing the dielectric. In that process, the battery is connected only. Now, if the battery is connected to capacitor during this process, then new potential is same as old one. Potential is constant. If you do like this, then potential is a constant. We are introducing dielectric when capacitor is connected to battery, so that a new potential and old potential are same. Next one, what is the new charge? Q dash equal to, what is the formula for Q? From basic equation, Q equal to CV na? Q equal to CV. From that one, Q can be written as C dash into V dash. So finalize capacitance also first. What is the value of new capacitance? C dash equal to K into C only, because we introduced some dielectric. So K into C is the new capacitance. Now Q dash, new charge equal to Q equal to CV na? So C dash into V dash. What is the value of C dash? K into C. What is the value of V dash? V only. K into C into V. K into C into V. Or K into Q. This is the new charge. New charge value is how much? K into Q. New potential is V only. New capacitance is K into C. Next one. What is the other quantity we need to calculate? Electric field. Now calculate new electric field. So E dash is how much? Potential is constant na? So electric field also constant. E dash equal to E only. E dash equal to E. Next, fifth one, what we need to calculate? Energy stored, U dash. U dash equal to. So energy stored formula. Energy stored. So half CV square na? Energy stored formula half CV square. So 1 by 2 into C dash into V dash whole square. Substitute the values. C dash value is how much? K into C. Next, V dash value, V only, V whole square. That equal to K into half CV square. Half CV square is nothing but previous energy, initial energy. So, energy is like this. Now, can you conclude about whether it is increasing or decreasing? Potential V dash equal to V. So, it should be constant. In this process, potential is constant. Now, next one, capacitance. C dash equal to K into C. That means capacitance is going to increase. So, we are multiplying C with K na? So, capacitance is going to increase. Next, new charge. Just we are multiplying with old one. So, in this case, charge also increasing. Next, electric field. E dash equal to E. So that we can conclude that constant. E dash equal to E means electric field is constant. Next, energy is K into U. So that we can conclude that energy is increasing. So if you connect, if you place a dielectric when battery is connected, then potential is constant, capacitance is going to increase, charge is going to increase, electric field is constant, U dash energy also going to increase. So these are the conclusions when a dielectric is inserted when it is connected to battery. So check it once. Check this table for both. Check it once. Is this clear? Just compare these two separately. So just try to learn separately. This is for a